on the plateau of Gizeh stands forever the mightiest of human achievements. No traveler, emperor, merchant, or poet has trodden on these sands and not gasped in awe. The curtain of night is about to rise.
علشان خاطر الطبيعية والشباب وجدعان الأقصر.
My quest began in the land of the pharaohs, where I unraveled the mysteries of the past and drew lessons for the dream of a better tomorrow. Little did I know the extent to which the voyage would end up defining me as an artist, as I stood there floating on the river of time.
For world peace to happen, would you need world equality first?
World peace in my lifetime, I believe, is unattainable. I do not believe that you can get everyone in the entire world to like everyone else and not fight. It's a nice idea, but it's not going to happen. I believe that if you are at peace with yourself and everyone around you, then you're okay. But if you can't work on the bigger picture, that's okay as well.
Again?
Yes, again.
Okay. Siri minti janna suri munu hanna fi shukran musali kamo solo kasi sini me kahi bosani kahi masukonda misa ke yo. You're welcome, sir. Welcome to Egypt. I wish you enjoy your time in your second country.
Can you tell us something about the history of war in Egypt?
Well, the history of war in Egypt is starting from a very big war that happened in Egypt, because Egypt was attacked for the first time by people came from Asia. The name of that people were Hyksos. And Hyksos is coming from the word in hieroglyphic Hekachasut, the rulers of the foreign countries. These Hyksos people came around 1,700 years before Christ. They came with two things the ancient Egyptians did not have any idea about them. It was military chariots and horses. The name of the goddess of war is Sekhmet in ancient Egypt. Sekhmet has a big role to be done because she was normal helping the king against his enemies. And Sekhmet is another daughter of the sun god Ra, who got two daughters. One is a good kind one that her name was Hathor, the cow goddess, and the second one Sekhmet. She's the goddess of war. She's always like a lioness, and she has something to do with what's known in ancient Egypt as destruction of mankind. There is a legend in ancient Egypt talking about destruction of mankind that was done and was performed by Sekhmet herself.
After millennia of bloodshed, Egypt had seen a moment of peace. I wanted to discover how that had come to be.
Welcome to Philae Temple, Temple of Isis. He was among the three officers that made this revolution in 1952. Anwar Sadat was one of these people that they took a big risk at that time to get rid of the king. They would lose their lives if the whole revolution just failed. But he was courageous enough to be with Nasser and the other three officers to get rid of the king at that time, and they wanted to establish their own republic. They have many dreams in Egypt to make democracy reveal and also to get rid of the British at that time.
Absolutely fantastic.
He was a very quiet person at the beginning, so Nasser trusted him to be his vice president for a while. So when Nasser died, it was Sadat who took over. Because Nasser was defeated in the 6 Days War in 1967. So Sadat wanted to take revenge for his country and for Nasser. So he decided to rebuild the army again, where lots of Russian experts in Egypt at that time. So he decided to get rid of the Russians because he wanted to make a war, and he didn't want anyone to say or to claim that it was the Russians who helped him to do these victories. So everyone was thinking, okay, Anwar Sadat is not gonna have a war, he's not gonna fight. He just already got rid of all the military experts, the Russian experts. He made his sudden move, he made his sudden attack on the Israeli border, on the moving to the other side of the Suez Canal. He made it, he made some victory against Israelis, and he gained more land of the Sinai that was already taken by Israelis. So at this point, he was quite correct about talking about peace later on, because without doing this war, he didn't have any right to talk about peace, because Israel was already calm and quiet and they were taking already the Sinai. He made his movement to force the whole world to listen to him. They knew that he is a strong man and he was already accomplished some kind of power, some kind of victory. So he started to talk about peace in 1978, and in 1979 he signed the peace treaty, and during the time of Sadat himself, that the Sinai was given back to Egypt.
Welcome, John Sheikh.
We have here a lot of different essences and extracts, women's, male and female.
Okay. So, do you like foreigners?
Of course, why not? My job is to work with the foreigners.
Okay. So, no problem working with foreigners?
Sorry?
No problems working with foreigners?
No problem at all.
Okay. You enjoy it?
I think I find myself lucky, treating a lot of people comes different nationalities, knowing the foreigner cultures,
Okay.
It's a kind of joy for me.
There's too much crime and too much nastiness in this world. We should have world peace among ourselves. There's just too much aggro everywhere, isn't there?
Okay.
Racial problems,
Right.
gun crime, drug crime, world peace. We should have it.
Was it sheer chance that the sea on the shores of which I found myself bore the name of the color of blood? I saw true bravery lies in doing what's right, and realized that it's not peace, but courage that's fragile.
Yeah, India TV. India TV. Amitabh Bachchan TV. Amitabh Bachchan TV. No, Amitabh Bachchan. Amitabh Bachchan TV.
That's right.
And Shah Rukh Khan. Shah Rukh Khan. You know Shah Rukh Khan? Yeah.
Where you come from?
I'm from India.
Welcome to Egypt.
Egypt is wonderful. It's a big country, and there are a lot of culture, and it's very good.
What do you think of the people here?
The people is sometimes actively, sometimes no, the people is generally good. I think the people is good.
My name is Miro. This
Nero.
Mr. Said Nisba. Here.
All right. Okay.
There.
So, what do you think of India?
What?
What do you think of India?
India, I like movie.
like it?
Very nice movie also.
All right.
And Amitabh Bachchan.
Yes. Yes.
And you play football now. Nice.
Right.
Yes.
On a certain level, religion does divide. I think religion's such a part of culture and about your identity. A lot of us take our religion from our parents and from our grandparents, but one religion isn't right and one religion isn't wrong. It's just a difference in cultures, and these cultures will continue to divide until you accept other people and understand the differences.
Do you think in the future, the political unification of the world might be a possibility, and is it something worth fighting for?
I think unification is always worth fighting for, but I don't know if it can ever be achieved as long as there's radical extremists on either end that are unwilling to change or to accept other cultures.
I do blame Anwar Sadat for the rising of the extremist Muslims in Egypt. It's only on the late 70s that Anwar Sadat started to encourage all these people to make some balance on the Egyptian politics between the communists that were helped by Nasser and between the Islamic Brotherhood that were helped by him. And he started to show himself like the believer man, like the Muslim man that care about Islam and care about religion. And he started always to call himself the believer president Anwar Sadat. So at this point also he started to lose control of it, and in 1981, just a couple of months before his death, he was taking everyone that was opposing him and he put them all in the prison. And that made some rising power against him until 6th of October 1981, when the people that he made with their own hands, the Islamic extremists, they were the ones that killed him. They were the ones that assassinated him. So he was killed by his own creation.
I don't think war is always the answer as far as eradicating radicals. I think they'll always be present, but I think through understanding through education, I think is the best way. If you educate people about the differences of people, to help Christians understand Islamic culture and laws, to help Islamic people understand American ways and Western traditions. Maybe through understanding you might not agree, but at least you can accept and you won't be as upset about certain things.
Mohammed.
Yes.
Do you like foreigners?
Yes, of course.
All right. Thank you.
Awesome.
Okay, let's go.
All right, let's give it a shot. My quest began in the land of the pharaohs.